They feature round tables that seat 3 groups of 3. So there's this rule of 3 that plays itself out in terms of table sizes. The idea is that if you have small groups working at these tables, you can easily build up teams so that you have recorders and a couple of other team members, each with assigned roles, working in those smaller pods. But then you can also do larger team-based work or table-based work with 9 students at each respective table. The table is outfitted with microphones because some of these rooms are really large and students will actually need to speak into the microphone to be heard throughout the room. They have laptop plugins so that individual students at those tables can project from their individual computers onto those flat screen panels up above. So each table has a dedicated monitor for those respective tables. There are 3 laptop plugins there so that any one of those computers can actually be switched out at any given time. The students can control that, but only if the faculty member gives them the power to do that at their table. So the faculty member can actually control from that center podium which table and which individual computer gets actually pushed up not only to those individual screens, but to the entire room as well. And there are whiteboards all around the room. So basically a 360 environment so that students at each respective table can have their own personalized individual whiteboard space so that they can work in teams or in individual groups. Now, most of you probably remember, the fear of going to the board and so forth, and the board was the place that was generally off limits. And in these spaces, it's very conducive to actually encouraging students to hop up from the table and to begin to draw and to diagram things out and to illustrate things to their peers. And so on the backside, we also used a point estimation model using ACT scores as the independent variable to predict grades. We generated, using a Monte Carlo simulator, an N of 1,000 parameters off of that because we're dealing with very small N's here, relatively speaking, 41, 42 in each of those classes. So we were able to sort of expand our N up to about 1,000 and to use that ACT score as a predictor of their grade and then to compare the expected grade based on ACT to what they actually achieved. And as you can see here, the expected and the actual for those students in the traditional classroom was pretty much spot on. There's no statistically significant difference there at all. In fact, they're virtually the same. But the students in the active learning classroom outperformed their aptitude based on that point estimation model by about 5 points, which, comparing those two things, is highly significant at the 0.001 level. So those differences in grades that we observed there, well, there's only a 1 in 1,000 chance that that's actually happening by chance. It's a systematic result, which shows that the space has a significant and positive impact on student learning.